What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the HasanDaily broadcast coming to you live from sunny, beautiful, incredible day in New York. New York is Manhattan, folks. We're live. Hasan Piker's demo is wider than Dems think. This is from Brianna Perez. Let's start here first. Hasan Piker's demo is wider than Dems think.
Fundamental misunderstanding that establishment Dems have about Hasan Piker that I have yet to see addressed. And that is this myopic understanding of who makes up his audience. And this is a big focus of even individuals that are urging Democrats to take Hasan Piker more seriously or just not write him off completely. And that's this idea that Hasan Piker's audience, the people he gets through to, are a demographic that the DNC doesn't get through to. Primarily younger, mostly men in their early 20s. But you know who else is a huge fan of Hasan Piker? My mother. And no, I will have you know that it's not because she finds him handsome. Apparently, he's not her type. But to be clear, she and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, politically speaking. And that's kind of my point. He's speaking to a much broader range of people than many Democrats and pundits really seem to realize. She, by all accounts, should be the Democratic Party's bread and butter. Lifelong blue voter, middle class, mid-60s, raised in a blue state, living in a purple state, grew up on Bill Maher, who she was a big fan of until, in my opinion, way too recently, who even overseas managed to raise a toddler who recognized two people on TV by name by the age of 2. Michelle from Full House and President Kinton. And yet, she's traded in Bill Maher for Hasan Piker. To be fair, this is obviously anecdotal evidence. And specifically in my mom's case, the reason she knows about Hasan Piker is because he featured one of my clips on his stream. So she looked him up. But after watching that and then one other video of his, she was hooked.
This is a very common experience. This is why at first when we went to rallies, it was just young people. And now it's both young people and their parents. It's normal. And the reason for why this is such a common experience, a commonly shared experience by many of you in this chat as well, many in this community as well, is because the message resonates regardless. It's not like I'm not tailoring my commentary specifically towards young men. Although, you know, when I first started this, I was a young man. Now I'm 34, still technically young in comparison to my counterparts, but certainly it wouldn't say I'm a young man. Don't feel like a young man anyway. But the point I'm making is like the resentments that I am communicating, both against the Republican Party and the growth of fascism in this country, but also the feckless ineptitude of the Democrats, that resentment exists out there in the ether. That resentment exists in the fucking ether. And it's very frustrating that a lot of Democrats, a lot of consultants, a lot of campaigners, a lot of analysts, the lanyard class, they refuse to recognize that there is real resentment. Or rather, they want to not listen to that resentment at all because they're banking on the idea that harm reduction will be enough to carry over their neoliberal, corporate-sponsored Democratic candidates over the finish line. Notice how Hasan is described in purely negative terms in this poll, and campaigning with him is still net positive by 10 points. That's insanely good. A plurality of Democratic primary voters approve of El-Sayed inviting Hasan Piker to campaign rallies. Recently, Democratic U.S. Senate candidate Dr. Abdul El-Sayed announced that Hasan Piker, a left-wing political commentator, would join him at campaign rallies on college campus on April 7th. El-Sayed's opponents have criticized those planned rallies, accusing Hasan Piker of anti-Semitism and highlighting past controversial remarks. El-Sayed has argued that criticism of Israel should not be confused with anti-Semitism, and he defended those rallies of Piker. Do you approve or disapprove of Dr. Abdul El-Sayed inviting Hasan Piker to join those rallies? Some would approve at 25%, strongly approve at 15%, don't know at 30%, and somewhat disapprove at 17%, strongly disapprove at 13%. Majority of people don't know you, Lamont. Of course they don't. Why is this shocking to any of you? It shouldn't be shocking to any of you. If you listen to what I have said since the Cuomo campaign decided to take on the Hassan derangement syndrome as like a primary vehicle to potentially bring in a shit ton of voters. I've been saying most people don't know who the fuck I am, so they just look at these mailers that they send out and go, who is this handsome young fellow that they're saying is like a dangerous radical? Let me look him up. And they get hit in the face with a meat pick. Or they just, they just Google my name and it's like the New York Times piece that comes up, right? It's just, I know this. That's why I'm frustrated by the endless like sea of manufactured outrage, even if it's beneficial for me, because who likes to be professionally misunderstood?
So not only is Hasan speaking to demographics that the establishment Dems have yet to capture, he is speaking to the demographics that they take 100% for granted. And they're clearly severely underestimating who exactly in this country is feeling so much discontent with them and their policies. Dems aren't just out of touch with people they have yet to excite or capture. They're falling out of touch with the people they've always assumed would be there.
100%. No notes. Yeah, I saw the Israeli government released the official ranking of the most dangerous and influential anti-Semites, and I'm not even in the top 10, by the way, so I find that very odd. Yeah, I fell off. I'm not even in the top 10 anti-Semites. The Ministry of Diaspora Affairs released an analysis of 10 prominent influencers in the global anti-Semitic and anti-Zionist arena. Israel did. And your boy has fallen off. Your boy's fallen off the map. Your boy is utterly irrelevant. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I did not crack the top 10 of the most dangerous anti-Semites. The list reports number 1, Dan Bilzerian. Number 2, Greta Thunberg. Number 3, Bassem Youssef. Number 4, Candace Owens. Number 5, Abd El-Bari Atwan. Number 6, Omar Suleiman. Number 7, Anastasia Maria Lupis. Number 8, Nick Fuentes. Number 9, Ian Carroll. And number 10, Tucker Carlson. Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg, according to the Israeli government, is the world's second most dangerous anti-Semite, several spots ahead, as Responsible Statecraft reports, of white nationalist Nick Fuentes. Greta Thunberg is the number 2 anti-Semite and anti-Israel influencer in the entire planet. Now, am I mad that I wasn't in the top 10? Fuck yes, I am. I'm not even going to lie about it. This is an unbelievable L. It's unbearable. It kills me. I have officially fallen off. Long gone are the days where I was only losing by a thin margin to Candace Owens as the top anti-Semite of the year. Back then, I defeated Bassem Youssef, and I defeated Greta Thunberg. While I might have won that battle, I ended up losing the war. Now, of course, Candace Owens' anti-Semitism metrics have stayed resilient, strong. She's still at the tippy top. Me, on the other hand, they're calling me pro-Semite. They're saying I'm pro-Israel. The report contains an analysis of 10 prominent influencers of the global anti-Semitic and anti-Zionist arena in 2025 who were selected based on both the severity of their actions/statements and the scope of their influence. While outside organizations have created similar rankings of anti-Semitic influencers, this appears to be the first one published by the Israeli government, because this is the OG, like this is the real one, right? This is the most important one, because this is the one that the Israeli government has released. They might as well call me Zion Abi. I'm beginning to realize this is probably how Felix Biederman feels every time people yell at me and say I'm a vicious anti-Semite. As evidence of Thunberg's anti-Semitism, the Israeli government pointed to her use of the terms such as genocide, siege, mass starvation in reference to Israel's actions in Gaza. Many of these views are well within the American mainstream. A Quinnipiac poll from August found that half of American voters believe that Israel is committing a genocide. 39% of Jewish Americans believe that Israel is committing a genocide. According to an October Washington Post poll, Israel's Ministry of Diaspora Affairs, which produced the report, deemed Thunberg a more dangerous threat than Fuentes, who has said Judaism is incompatible with Western civilization and called for a total Aryan victory. Yeah, from Dr. Jihad to Dr. Jerusalem, folks. This is who I am now, a loud and proud defender of the nation state of Israel. The Israeli government's rating system is based on 2 categories. The first is the person's level of influence, which includes metrics like social media follower count, appearances on news channels, and perceived influence on public opinion. Second, each person was given a risk score, a rating assigned based on the frequency of posts that are anti-Semitic/anti-Israeli, terms that are often used interchangeably throughout the report. The list also includes comedian Bassem Youssef, a frequent critic of Israel's actions in Gaza, and a conservative political commentator, Tucker Carlson, who appears to score quite low on the Israeli government's own risk score. In a separate section about American influencers, the Israeli government report singles out Miss Rachel. Wait, there's an American one too, and I'm not in the American one either? I'm not even on the American top 20? I'm Brian Kill Me, dude. Miss Rachel, a YouTuber with 20 million subscribers who makes educational videos for toddlers as one of the most influential supposed anti-Semites. Miss Rachel's misdeeds include publishing content dealing with the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, highlighting alleged harm to civilians and children, and condemning Israeli military actions. The report also says Miss Rachel has promoted fundraising campaigns for emergency aid for children in Gaza and other conflict zones. Wow. Unbelievably anti-Semitic of her. Anti-Semitic incidents frequently spiked in retaliation to Israeli military action, according to the report. In Australia, the Bondi Beach shooting was the only significant spike in anti-Semitic discourse observed during 2025 that is not related to Gaza. In the United States, according to the report, there were significant spikes in anti-Semitic discourse on X after Israel breaking the ceasefire in Gaza in March. U.S.-Israeli military attacks in Iran in June, and Israeli airstrikes in Doha in September. The report also asserts that there's a clear link between Israeli actions in Gaza, Lebanon, and the wider region and levels of anti-Semitism. Is not because of Israel's actions, but because of war imagery, humanitarian narratives, and political campaigns. I'm genuinely butthurt, dude. Like, do we have the American list? Do we have the American list? I need to look through the American list. The streets are calling you Hasbarabi. My senator told me you were an anti-Semite. She would never lie to me. What was this all for? It fucked me up. Am I even Dr. Jihad? I'm basically chopped. Yeah, from Dr. Jihad to Dr. Mossad. Devastating. Devastating predicament. I have not even globalized the Intifada.